Hi, I'm Carl. This is my experience report with Happy Coder on Saturday, August 23rd. So I'm going to install Happy Coder from scratch just to show you the entire workflow. I want to use Claude Code for my phone because I'm using it all day at work. I'm going to leave the desk and Claude Code's still working, right? But it would be nice if I could, provide some course correction while I'm out, while I'm out for lunch or something, instead of just waiting, coming back to my desk and realizing that it stopped after 5 minutes with something really stupid and I could have fixed. So we can put Claude Code on your phone. I can get it on Apple, Google. I'm going to use my personal iPhone and install it on the App Store. Search for Happy Coder. All right, first result. And I'm going to download this. See how it looks compared to other people. So we're 39. Okay, here it is. Yeah, the contrast is pretty low. There are a bunch of apps with dark backgrounds, but some of them have more contrast in dark mode. I don't know if this looks better in light mode, but I personally use dark mode. I'm kind of ambivalent about these screenshots having the dark background. Probably fine. All right, let's open up the app. And because I am connecting for the first time on this phone, I'm going to need to create an account. I want to allow push notifications. That's kind of like the main reason I want to do this. I'm going to copy this and install it and then run it. And all right, so it launched Claude Code as advertised. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this because I know that I need to see this and I need to reconnect it. Not yet. Okay, so let me update the app. Not sure why I downloaded, but now I have to update again. That's a bit weird. Okay, here is my application. I hit the error. When you try to connect the CLI to more than one phone or more than one account, it doesn't work. So I have to fix it by going into the settings, and then I'm going to just generate a new machine ID, and that will unblock me. You can see how this is annoying if you want to give a demo. And then I need to log out of the mobile app. So you get to see logging out, I guess. I'm going to log out, and then now that I've got a new machine ID, I'm going to launch, create a new account, mobile app, manually enter from terminal, because I can't use the camera with this iPhone screen mirroring. And the camera works, we're fine. Interesting that it asks me again to review it when I'm creating a new account. And then here's the Claude Code session. And then what I want to do here is I'm interested in changing the way push notifications work. I want to ask, there is this bottom sheet library. Let's see. And then can I select text? Paste it over here. Okay, so the text selection sucks. I believe it just selected the line or the, let's see, is there a paragraph of text? Yeah, so it just selects whatever line of text you're on. There's no ability to like change the selection. Okay, here's the plan proposal. And then here are my options. These buttons look terrible, like basic bootstrap. I don't know if these buttons should be like nested inside of this, or if this should be like a separate standalone permission, like modal, like how Claude Code shows you. And then I don't know if there's always 3 options. I think there is just for plan mode. And then deny, like the language here. Like I like Claude Code's language so much better. I think if we had like a vertical button and we copied the language exactly that Claude Code says, like no, tell Claude what to do differently. I think go apps too, like no, tell Claude Code what to do differently. And then yeah, this state where you show like the other options, I'm not sure how good that is. Okay, so I can switch out of plan mode into accept all edits, YOLO mode. I don't like that. Then the CLI settings. I really wish I could see what my model was configured for. Let's see if this works. With this custom / command. I know that clear and compact are implemented. Okay, it stopped thinking and nothing happened. Okay, so suppose I wanted to have a custom agent. So I know that Claude, I think a Claude in this directory Do I have? No, I don't have one. So let's make an agent, and I cannot create a new agent from the mobile app. So agents, there's no autocomplete here. So it seems like this list is hard-coded, not loaded from Claude Code itself. So probably better if I could have. So let me make an agent. I can verify this. I'm making an agent, and then I'm going to say interesting. Yeah, I don't think this agent thing will work. What does settings do? What do all these? Yeah, and then with the plan mode, I guess you want to distinguish this as a plan from just a normal agent message. But do you have to do it with adding more padding? You've got like 4 units of padding here. And then what happened here? So this interpreted this. Let me see this again. Okay, so settings doesn't do anything in Claude. It's not a. This just does the doctor command. Interesting. Okay. And that's the extent of the happy coder functionality. I've showed you. Let's see the happy path. Let's see. Let's spawn another one. Demonstrate this. I can work in parallel. So and then let me see. Let me spawn another one, and let me see if I can spawn one in a custom path. Okay, so I don't have like the rip grep autocomplete here for the custom path. I think I should. Let's see. And then let me just spawn one in the Elm compiler since I like Elm. All machines appear offline. Interesting. So now the daemon has died. Daemon doctor. That doesn't work. No daemon running. And then there's no, when I read this, how do I debug the daemon? Like how could I indicate where's the log files for the daemon? Like as the developer, I know that they're in like .happy and then logs. There's no indication for like why it died. And this is interesting. Yeah, there's just no exit or dying message. At least the status updated to stopped. But what is weird is that it's not restarting. I have processes on my machine. They're communicating with the mobile app, and I'm unable to have the mobile app leverage that to like restart the daemon. I think probably the solution just don't die in the first place. Okay, so that's the Happy Coder mobile app. The problems we're going to solve today are probably the daemon dying, so this is going to be reliable and consistent, so you can always spawn new ones in parallel. And you can see how, like right now, before daemon died, I've got 2 of these, and I can work back and forth, and then I get a little notification that I need to do something here. I think this notification or this indicator that my interaction is required could be a lot more clear, because like online and permission required, like this is yellow, and then this online, I don't care about this. Like the fact that it's online, like I want to know that it's online, but I think online is more about maybe the machine state. I'm not sure, but like online is different from you need to do something, like your input is required. And making it yellow makes it seem like there's a problem. Like the hierarchy, visual hierarchy is wrong. Like with my email client, there's like a dot when I need to do something with an unread email. And then there's no dot at all when it's, I don't need to do anything. So maybe online indicators should just be a badge or should be placed differently. It shouldn't be a dot. And then a dot should be, I need input, like Claude is done and it's ready for me to respond, or that I need to do permission. And maybe permission required could be not the same color as that little notification text. And then I've got a shell command. Horizontal scroll is nice. We've got, I don't know if this like failure is coming from the actual command, like in terms of formatting this. I don't know what the this X means. Like I kind of think this is a close button. I'm like, oh, this is weird. But this means the command failed. Like the bash or the tool call failed. And then now we're seeing the output. And then now we're seeing this little title thing again here. I don't know, this seems very redundant. I guess seeing the yarn type check is like this tiny thing. I don't love it. This is a file modification operation. Does not look like it. Like, I like how cursor says like wrote or edited or stuff like that. Okay, the scrolling here is broken again. Interesting. That could just be me. Terminal command. This is reading a file. Yeah, the tool call here can be much better. I don't know what this minus sign means. Like, did the tool call failed? Because I hear the tool call failed. The tool did not exist. I can't see the full file path name anymore here. So that's not helpful. And weird how it's showing me the full file path here as well. When here I'm showing just a relative path to the directory that I'm in. This is the weird settings thing. This is it grepping. So it's not clear if this is grepped or globbed. I don't know if the distinctions matters for people. I think cursor says just search, and they just collapse both of these glopping and searching operations. The to-do list, this view is not very helpful at all. I don't even know if you need it. You see, I go like what changed. If you're trying to debug things, maybe. Here's one's disconnected. Last seen. Right here, this doesn't tell me anything. So I don't want a notification if I'm literally looking at this screen. That'd be annoying to get notifications for a screen I'm already on. And I believe this won't work. There's no indication in this last seen things. This doesn't train me or doesn't help me learn how this works. I'm just like, well, I sent a message and then nothing. I think there should be a much bigger status to say, hey, there's no process over here, nothing at all, so you won't be able to send messages. Or it's not that you're not unable to send messages, like the messages I send are going to be queued up, and if I can restart a process with this session ID, then I will be able to, it'll execute this, like take over, like this is queued up, it'll add this and run with it. So if I was disconnected, for example, and the CLI was disconnected, the internet went out, then this would be delivered, and then I would see this is online, but that edge case is not communicated visually here. Like this just looks no different. The fact this is queued up for the CLI to execute is not indicated. It just looks like a normal message. Okay, I think that's it. You can report any issues you have when you use a Happy Coder mobile app on GitHub, and we will fix them very quickly. I see we fixed like 5 of them yesterday, and we're working on fixing more problems today. So good luck and happy coding.